The bounce house, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On first down, here comes this offense. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to him. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. And the Cowboys have this offense rolling. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. And I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he thought, man, I mean, you're giving us this first down. That was too easy.
They're going to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Angulo. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play. And it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Finds his man. It's Best. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second and goal for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Rasmussen. Into the end zone. It's complete. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snake.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. And he waltzes in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
This defense.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Going up top on 1st down. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Angulo. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. A little screen to the running back. Open space at the 25. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Angulo. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
It's first down from the 11. He's going to pass. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go to the draw. He locked up and held on to bring him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they make... That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but weren't going to let it happen there.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, UCF! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Rasmussen. He'll try to do it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Angulo.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt, but I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive going.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Now the play fake. Trying to get to him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the center. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch. Call. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the... Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.